Dance who does
Yeah.
dance thing, and we have a lot of organizations that do that. But as far as putting out Latino play,
Yeah, yeah.
we don't really have it.
And I guess where I came from was I've been into music and movies and stuff. And after doing the show, performing in Macho's Place along with you, I guess I pretty much got the inspiration to write. I've always wanted to write, and I've always written. But I never sat down to write a play or screenplay, which is what I always want to do, which is my next step. So I got inspired off of performing and acting in Macho's Place. And the person I went to, to help me with the whole process is Harry Rodan, who's someone that I believe it's just as witty and funny as I like to believe that I am as well. But, I figured two heads are better than one, so we got together over the course of 2.5 months and wrote out Que Locura. And it's a family comedy with heart, is the way I put it. But it's a comedy first, and it's family oriented, has some social issues, but it's got a moral at the end. I think it's hilarious. Every time we read it together, we keep laughing.
Some people more than others.
Yeah, some people more than others. Yeah. It's a big challenge, man. It's really hard. I mean, times I feel a little overwhelmed because writing is one thing, directing is another, and I've never directed before. That's Harry, so it's a big challenge because every week I'm learning just like the cast is learning. I'm learning as well. So I'm trying to don't get me wrong. I'm biting my nails sometimes. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? But every week I get new ideas and try to move forward in the next week and stuff. We try to get on the same plane and make sure that I'm guiding everybody to the to the light and making sure that everything plays off good because ultimately we want to put a good show on.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. But I already have an idea for another one that just came to me yesterday. I have an idea for the next play that I want to write, and I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks we get word from. Did you really bring me rap? Are you serious?
Look at that. See the kind of service that we have on Real Talk 360?
Yeah. But
we have a personal chef.
I'm just saying. I was brought up in a school district, and this looks like a...
No, but hold up. This is a Real Talk 360 first, because the first time that a white man is serving a Latino. Right here, live on Real Talk 360.
That's not true.
I don't know, not the first time, but
Jerry brought us down some
Jerry brought, and he actually brought something that looked a lot better than, but I mean, so they have maybe. So.
Well, this is a.
Oh, he's taking it back. Now you screwed up. And this is not the first time that one has taken everything from us and has had a seat and ate it right in front of us. Wow. You see what we got to go through? You see what we got to go through here. But yeah, in all seriousness, though, I think. The Latino theater is something that's needed in Rochester. Having someone like yourself who is in tune with the community, Harry, another individual that's in tune with the community, writing, directing, those are great things, and I know that.
I think the important thing at the very end is making sure that not just follow through, but we somehow find a way to keep this alive, that in 20, 30 years from now, we can say, you know what, we were a part of that. We helped make that happen.
Oh, absolutely.
And somehow, in some capacity, whether we're here or not, we can feel like we did something good, and it's like the Puerto Rico Festival that's still around 40-something years. Puerto Rico Dance Theater's been around for a long time, and I'm hoping that one of these theater productions, any one of them, I'm hoping that this is the beginning, even with the Puerto Rico Festival being under it. Hopefully that they vote us in, and that could be a new chapter in the life of the Puerto Rico Festival, and we can hopefully keep this one part of it alive along with all the other events that they do throughout the year. Whether it's me or Harry involved, but I want to take it to the point where it grows big.
Absolutely.
And I love how Hector said it most. I mean, we're not looking for professionals. We are not professionals. I like how he said it. This is barrio theater. We got amateurs, people who are first time acting, and that's the whole beautiful part about it. I mean, all you need to do is have the desire to get on stage and do something different and have fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's all.
And that's what got me involved. When you invited me, went through and ended up working out, and I love the opportunity. Sparked some energy in me to want to go ahead and not only continue acting, but also do the same thing. Write, not only write, play, but continue with my other writing endeavors. And it's always good to be around individuals that are going to motivate you in what you already have a passion in. And I think that really comes across in this. And I know you said it earlier, directing is new to you, and you're going to learn. You're already learning.
Yeah, no.
You're going to learn a day. Yeah. It's not going to be easy, but it's...
Yeah, having the idea of how it's supposed to go in your head is one thing, but trying to teach 10 other people to do it the way you envision it is so hard.
It's completely different, especially...
It's hard, dude. And I realize that every time especially last Tuesday, I'm there, I'm like, damn, that I feel a little overwhelmed that I just put my foot up my foot in my mouth, because this is not easy. And it's you know, if it was 3 or 4 people, fine, but 10 different people.
And definitely, that's something that, you know, that's the reality of it. But it's a learning opportunity, and every time you fall, you pick yourself up.
No, yeah, absolutely. I think we have a good day set ahead for us.
Yep.
And I think as long as we all do our part and bust our ass, we will not only put on a good show, but we will have people talking about this for a long time.
Good, and that's what it's all about. So it kind of ties in because the theme of our show today is ownership, and it's really about owning what it is that you do. I don't care what you do. I don't care what walks of life you come from and what it is that you do for a living or what it is you do for a hobby. Is own that. Own the moment, own the situation. And, you know, this past week, obviously last week, the show, we had a phenomenal guest. We had Willie Monroe Jr., who, you know, was a great way to kick off the 2015 Real Talk 360 season.
He's in Florida now, or Canada?
He'll be in Florida tomorrow.
Okay.
He'll be in Florida tomorrow. You know, a lot has happened in the last week. Last weekend, he was able to go on DKX, get his word out there. And then just had a media day. Actually, at the dojo, we did a media day yesterday. So that worked out. Those things, you know, so now he's getting a lot more notoriety and a lot more publicity than he was a week ago, which is a great thing. You know,
oh, yeah. I mean, I seen it overnight. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, and that's
one thing. When people watching our show and saying, whoa, we got that guy here.
Yeah.
And I mean, almost immediately the following week, I'm like, I seen him on different, you know, I heard him on the radio, I seen him on the news, and now he's making that buzz. It's like, but people, he's been here.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing, and that was something that we wanted to make sure that, you know, it can't be that way. You know, and you look at what individuals have done in our community and what they continue to do, and they deserve the respect, they deserve the praise that they've earned.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think he's earned that a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that you have to now become national in order for the local scene to catch eye on you. Not for nothing, but I'm going to take it because this is real talk, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
DKX is notorious for that.
Oh yeah.
They're quick for that. They don't know you while you're here making noise, but the moment you go national, oh, hometown favorite, hometown national recording, whatever. It's hometown fighter, hometown, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, no, no, but then it becomes their hometown.
Yeah.
It's we did this. You know?
I doubt that.
And it's always like
I doubt they were in those auditioning sessions with Tay Diggs when he was, you know, trying to get into Hollywood, you know.
Oh yeah.
But the moment he broke, Rochester's own, you know.
Yeah, but that's the reality of it. It's unfortunate that it's like that, but it is the reality of it.
There is so much talent here, man.
And you know, sometimes it takes this forum. It takes a couple of individuals to say, you know what, we're going to own that, because obviously you ain't owning it. So we might as well own that and say, well, we're going to do that, you know?
Yeah.
And right now, definitely we don't have the following that, you know, these radio stations have. But at the same time, we're giving a voice to those that normally would not be heard, even by a company that has the voice and could do it.
Yep.
You know, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But
it's
just
real talk. There's really a lot
of
talent out here, man.
So
much talent, and in all facts of life, you know. And I'm not just going to throw this at DKX, but there's a lot of, you know, radio stations and other media outlets that could do a better job. How should I say, pushing and putting the light on some of these, you know, this local talent.
Yeah,
because it's out there and they need that voice.
I agree.
I mean, if you go to a major city, that's how people get put on. I mean, they get put on by their local TV, their local radio station or something, and that's how they make it. They make it out of there from that.
Support.
But people from here have to actually leave here to make it. And that's when actually here recognizes them, you know?
Oh, yeah. When they're already out of here.
Exactly.
So now it's like, can you please come back?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you.
Us?
I know you were here the whole time, and you actually knocked on the door at the house right there across the street from Delta Sonic. But
look at Emilio.
Now, can you please
look
come
at Emilio?
On? But even Emilio, I don't think gets the love from them.
No, but look at Emilio. He still reps rock.
Oh yeah, he still
reps the Amherst, the Red Wing hats.
Yeah, definitely. But you have him.
He makes it look cool for me to wear that.
You know, you have one of the write-ups that Leo Roth, which I got to give a lot of respect to Leo Roth. That's a real stand-up dude. He's one of the writers, sports writers for Democratic Chronicle, and he came by yesterday and real cool guy, wrote up a nice story on Willie and really showed the true meaning and even kind of talked about the fact that Willie had the Rochester Made Me shirt and kind of wanted to know what exactly does that mean. Because
Rochester what?
Rochester Made Me.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Which is MOG movement, David Williams. And he basically had the shirt on for the press conference. And, you know, he was actually interested in finding out a little bit more as to what is that? What does that mean? And, you know, he did a good job of kind of relaying that through his writing. And it was up in the Democratic Chronicle today, man. He did a great job. So.
No, and you know, it's funny because I'm the kind of person that did not leave Rochester. I went through my phase of like, I hate Rochester, but I was born and raised here, and the hospital's not even around anymore, Genesee Hospital. And at the end of the day, it's like, this is my home. No matter if I leave tomorrow and I'm gone for the next 30, 40 years, I was born and bred here, and this is my home. And there's some things I'm proud of, and there's some things I'm not so proud of, you know? But it is home, and I would never deny it. Never ever deny it. So I mean, I think people are starting to take ownership of that now. It's become somewhat of a movement. You know, I think some people are actually starting to go out there and make that noise and make Rochester not that crime-looking place, but that place. You know why I came from the Rock.
Oh,
and it makes it look cool. I'm telling you, I would have never thought to sport the Red Wings or the Amerks. But now I'm ready to go find my fitted size 8, you know, and just sport their, you know, their jerseys, the whatever. Because I'm like, man, that does look cool right there. Yeah. I mean, you got a oh my gosh, Willie Monroe. He's got the Red Wings tattoo on him. I'm like, yo, that's official.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's something that it's always good to represent where you're from, because if you can't represent where you come, where you're from, it's hard to really, you know, where you're headed is. It's kind of distorted in a way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because your roots is what made you. It doesn't matter where you end up, but you got to always pay homage and always look back at the fact that this is where I once was, even if I'm not here no more.
My next tat, I've already talked about, gonna be the Flower City logo.
And one thing that I love about the fact of what Willie said, and they actually put it in print, was that once he wins this fight, because I'm going to stop with the whole if or he may, when he wins this fight against Triple G on May 16th, he now becomes the A fighter, and he's able to negotiate the terms. So not only is my man going to become an instant millionaire, he will also be able to control where the fight is held.
Fight guess
where he wants to fight?
Blue Cross
Arena.
That'd be amazing.
And that's what he said. He already said it. He's like, you know, God blesses me with this opportunity. I'm put in that position.
Remember that he said fights here.
He said, when I sit down.
Here.
Yeah, he said, when I sit down at the table, guess where Triple G's going to fight me for the rematch? Blue Cross Arena. You know, and most cats wouldn't do that. Most cats would be on some like, well, I'm going to go to Madison Square Garden to the Mecca. Or I'm going to go to, you know, I'm a Lakers fan. I want to go to the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, no. This
well,
is, you know,
like I said last week, not many people, remember, a lot of the talent usually comes out of small rural places. Who the hell ever heard of Gary, Indiana before the Jacksons came out of it? No one. No. It's a small little town. But, you know, imagine if Tyson got out of there. Well, you think he would go back and put a fight there? Probably he would, but he wouldn't generate the numbers in that small town. People have to fly and drive in. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is Willie Monroe. We don't have a major city, but it's not a small one either.
Oh,
it's enough to make that noise and bring the numbers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, so when we're talking about, like I said, once again, we're talking about ownership. That's someone that's owning his own destiny. When others kind of just said, nah, I don't really want to fight this dude, he owned it. He owned up to it and said, you know what, I'll fight him. So while we're on the topic of ownership, today we actually brought on, you know, an owner, entrepreneur, businessman in a city that we're going to have up on the air pretty soon. But it's really all about owning the situation, and here we go.
Is that any better?
He is owning.
You know what? I told you I only do burritos, man. What is this?
Yeah,
what is this? Cat litter? I told you burritos. Get this right.
I should just bring this on the floor, but you know what? Out of common courtesy and out of respect for our viewers.
Yo, he looped it though.
For our viewers, no, I know. It's like, but what are you trying to say? Like, what, are you trying to insinuate that because we're Latino that we eat?
Yeah, why is it like, Mexican or Latino food or something?
Yeah, why is that?
What are you trying to say here?
You guys missed Taco Bell last night.
Wow, you see what we got to go through?
I gotta run for the border or something?
People understand that this is what we have to go through each and every
the racial injustice
weekend.
in America.
It's hard.
Lives here in Rochester.
So please, the way that you can help us is, first of all, make sure that we're viewed. We have the most number of views so that we can take the white man, or actually white woman, Amanda Ashley. So I don't really like her too much because she owns the ratings. But yeah, we're coming for you. Coming for you, all right?
Where we at? You gotta put a light up on these cameras to let me know where the hell I'm at. Now that one looks
like, I'm there. I'm right there. I'm right there.
That one looks.
So yeah, he's crisp. He's like, oh yeah. Well, you gotta stop wearing my hat though.
You
gotta stop wearing my hat though.
What do you
You
mean
know,
you
that's
had?
how I- Brother, come on, I mean, really?
I made this
Really?
famous.
I will. No, you didn't.
I made this famous. I do this.
Now he's owning lies. You see,
I
we
just
go
like
from
looking at
owning
myself right
to owning. But yeah, definitely we have, you know, him, the Cup Factory, barber, studio, and lounge. But we'll get it right when he comes up. But if we got to pay homage and we got to pay respect to a lot of owners in the city, how many people that we have that actually own their own businesses, that are doing their own thing?
Well,
you know,
not
from
just
barbershops.
well, people own businesses. Is the question? We can own a business right now.
Oh, yeah, anybody.
The,
We own a business right
the
now. Real talk
hardest
360.
thing is not owning the business; is keeping a business for a long time and being successful. 'Cause there's a lot of people that have a business, they fail within the first year, if not within the first 3 to
Oh, yeah.
5 years, or they're just not making money. They're doing something wrong.
So it's to have the perseverance, it's to have
Absolutely.
the drive, it's to know that even when you're gonna, and that's what we're gonna talk to him about, because he's had a long history in, you know, in the barber field, so I'm sure he has stories to talk about. So, you know, definitely wanna give some quick shout outs, you know, to individuals that do own their own businesses. I'm talking about, you know, small businesses like LP Long, all the way up to, you know, what I consider a big business like Pretty Girl, Productions, where, you know, that's why I'm wearing the shirt right here. Throw that at the armory, because that's what we do, is we represent the community. We are about the community.
Why?
This
How?
is what we do.
Where did you get that shirt?
Throw that at the armory. You know, I have connections. I have
Really? I got
connections.
his tickets last time. It was me that got the tickets.
I know, that's
and
crazy,
now
right?
you got shirts and,
And
you only
I-
got one.
that's crazy.
Like I thought
But
about
no,
us when I got those tickets.
But I'm gonna break it to you.
And you only thought
I'm
about
gonna
you
break
when
it
you
to
got that shirt.
I'm gonna break it to you.
You know those tickets were worth more than that shirt.
Hold on. But the event that I went to, the tickets that you got us for free, at that event, I actually bought 2 shirts. I bought one in white and I bought one in black. I purchased 2 shirts.
Are those?
So I have, yeah.
Is that?
This one and the black one.
Mercedes, I need a t-shirt.
So Mercedes, unlike some individuals, I actually purchase
Mercedes,
stuff
I didn't even know they were for
and
sale.
support the
I did
businesses.
not even know they were
but
for
we
sale.
know that he likes free stuff because he just said we had the free tickets that I got. That's to show
No,
you the
I didn't see.
difference,
I didn't
you know?
say free tickets.
But
I
it's
said I got
to
the
support-
hookup.
You got the hookup. Oh,
I just kept it like
okay.
that. Why you
Yeah.
gonna put me on blast like
I
that?
have to because this is real talk.
No, I know it's real. There's some things that we just don't talk about.
All right, well,
That's between you and I. What
because
the
you're
hell
trying
are
to pull
doing?
my card.
Now
and
the
say,
next time
I didn't
Mercedes
get
looks
your
at me and
shirt.
says, "Nah, I can't help you out," we both out of luck now. Because when I get tickets, I look out for you.
Just
No, no.
call me.
Just call you. I'm gonna call you.
Yeah,
Freaking
Mercedes-
Charlie Harper over here. I
Mercedes
swear.
said she hooked
Because
us
he
up.
lives by the beach. He thinks he's got it made and stuff.
You don't live by the
Mercedes
beach.
said she'd hook us up. As long
Malibu
as-
guy over here.
Oh, Malibu?
Looking like Don Johnson had a baby with Archie. Never mind.
Yeah, but no, seriously though, all BS aside, Mercedes does hook it up. You know what I'm saying? Mercedes, you know,
There's a lot of
Fight
a lot of
Factory.
businesses out there though.
Fight Factory is another one, boxing, and we just have a lot of barbershops that are locally owned.
Yo, did you realize how many barbershops? You think back about. Let's go back as far as 1990.
Mhm.
Now we're in 2015.
Alright.
20. Did I write doing my math? Is that
Yeah,
25
about
years?
25 years, yeah.
Think about the amount of barbershops were back then. Back then, the culture was barbershops were owned by older men that were under the.
Oh, but you're talking about earlier than 1990.
Well, but even back then, there was not that. Let me tell you something. I started cutting hair when I was 13. You know why? For one, there was a couple reasons. One, there wasn't that many barbershops to go to. There was only a few.
Alright.
Two, I couldn't keep paying them that damn money every damn week.
All right.
So I decided to just cut my own hair. I learned.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where we got the clippers from, but we had 2-3 clippers in
Probably-
my kitchen, in my
You probably
bathroom.
got the 5-figure discount.
I don't know where we got them from. I just know we had them. My brother probably got them from somewhere. All I know is I said, "Yo, Alex." He goes, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "Come over here." He's like, "Where you at? What you doing?" I'm like, "The bathroom. Get over here, right?" He goes, "What are you doing?" So I'm about to cut my hair. Him and this big old cheesy sweat. He goes, "Okay, I got you." I'm like, "No, you're gonna help me. You're gonna help me." Because all it takes is patience and understanding and just trying to. Sometimes some things got to be self-taught. And so I knew that the adjuster on those clippers were there for a reason, for the blends. And I got tired of me and him just fucking paying for
Gotcha.
phone call haircuts all the
Yeah,
time.
I got you.
So I'm trying to minimize my cussing from
No,
last
that's good.
week.
That's good. That's good.
I'm working on
You're
this. I'm
working on
working
it.
on
That's
this.
good. That's good.
All right. So eventually, after a few bow top cuts that I did to everybody in the neighborhood, I was the number one cutter. Everybody came to me for cuts, and I wouldn't charge them. And it was a way for me to learn.
Yeah.
They were my little mannequins, and I was teaching myself. I would do with the little mirror and everything, but eventually I got real nice with it.
Okay.
The problem was I didn't like cutting hair. I never did. Even to this day, I can't stand
So
cutting
you
hair.
stop.
No, it's not that I stopped. It's just I never took it to that level where like Tony went and other people went.
Gotcha. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that exactly.
You gotta enjoy what you do.
Oh, absolutely. So,
You gotta enjoy it.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy
Just because I know how to do it doesn't mean I
enjoy
enjoy
it
it.
for so long. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a little clip of Willie Monroe's Media Day to kind of segue us between this discussion and then have the man
Yo, do you
actually
want a
talk to us.
burrito or enchilada or whatever
So
this
go ahead,
is?
Tim, and roll that.
Yo,
Tim,
what's
this
the
is
Taco
from
Bell sauce?
Willie Monroe Jr.'s Media Day, which was yesterday here in Rochester, New York.
This
So
is-
check it out.
Is this legal? Is this legal?
Dude,
I'm saying though,
all together for
it smells funny, man.
Uh-huh. Well, okay.
Like I smell. Okay. See, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm just gonna let you know I'm afraid. I mean,
I just baked all the cheese on it. I like spent all this time. Don't eat
you know what you did?
I'll eat it.
You put it in there with the styrofoam, huh?
No, I didn't.
I'm asking.
I didn't.
I'm asking.
If you're not going to eat it, I'll eat it.
You gonna eat that?
I'll eat it. All right, you don't want it, I'll eat it.
I just don't trust it. Why do you just crazy? Put it in a couple
No, so we-
No, really? Like, what's that? That looks like a dude also.
All right, so we are back. Road Talk 360.
Can
Yeah,
we,
but
yeah, can
let's
we
say
put our
that-
boy over here?
Now, let me ask you a question though, because that other camera angle, can we bring it back to make sure that if you switch to that angle, he's still in it?
Yep.
Because yeah, we definitely want to make sure he's in the shot.
We got
But while that's
Pretty
being
boy
done-
Tone over here.
while we have our esteemed and very knowledgeable crew that also served us these Doritos.
I just
don't know-
feel like-
I don't know. Should we offer this to the guests? You want one of these?
I
Nah, you good? Ah, man.
think I
But you know, that's what we do. We really we put out all the stops. You
If
know,
Barbie
we
and
wrong.
Ken had dress-up diapers,
Got us messed up, man. You see?
I'm just saying though, I know, it's just, it was better, it looked better before he nuked it.
I did. We don't have a microwave.
Would you put it in there?
Dude,
toast
no, you
oven.
complained about the other one. I ate it.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it wasn't warmed up.
That one was a
All right.
flour.
That was better.
All right, come on, let's
This
get it
is
back
a
in. Let's get it
corn.
back in,
Come
Chuck.
on.
Ask OJ Duggan, man. Ho!
He just did a whole entire show and he wants to do another one.
I know.
See the things we gotta do?
No, I know. We don't do that. See, I even
Yeah,
stopped
we
doing
never,
it.
yeah.
I'm trying to refrain from my cursing. I'm trying to refrain from interfering in your shows. When you guys mentioned me, I just ignored it. You know what? That way I don't play into your little shenanigans. I'm trying to
And
do
look,
a better season
and
this
look.
year.
And
So-
very done.
So exactly.
I'm trying to be better.
But we're here
But you keep
with.
pulling me in.
Well, can we call you what? Master Barber, right? I call you Master Barber, right?
You can call me that,
Master
yeah.
Barber,
Yeah.
you own barbershop. You have people under you. The Cup Factory. It's Cup Factory Lounge and Studio.
Barber Studio and Lounge.
Barber Studio and Lounge.
What is the difference?
Between a lounge and a studio?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this. You said that specifically and particularly in the reason.
Well, you don't say barber lounge, you say barber studio. I used it.
Well, I'm sorry, but I would say barber shop.
Yeah, I chose the word studio because, to separate me from other barbershops. And the lounge is, because I have a lounge.
Yeah, he does have a lounge.
Yeah, before you walk in, you have the little spot in there, right?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the
yeah.
spot.
Play the
Just
video
cool
games and all
out.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have time to play the video games, but it's out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
For the
kids
customers.
Can, the kids
Yeah,
can
oh,
get
yeah.
around, so that's what's up. So, all right.
Hey
so,
Chuck, can you make sure you get a camera so we can see him? Because from over there, I'm looking and he looks like a little G.I. Joe figure.
Oh, you guys moved the you moved the.
You want to move the chair up?
Yeah, you can pivot it this way. There you go. That way they
There
can
we
see your
go.
face.
All right,
We'll try to. Okay.
We'll try this again. We'll try this again.
Oh!
That was a little close.
Whoa! Like, I think you got a couple boogers there.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're good, you're good. But no, so when we talk about ownership, right? We talk about, obviously owning a business is not easy.
No.
It's not something that if anybody could do it, if it was so lucrative, everybody would be doing it. They're not. But let's even, let's kind of rewind before that. Is what got you into cutting hair? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna
You kind of
say-
said,
well,
at
I-
13 years old, you
Yeah.
started
Oh
cutting
yeah,
hair.
I started out of a need. I had
so-
a need. Everything about economy is about a want and need, right?
Yeah.
And that's how money exchanges and all that. But
So-
I had a need, and I wanted to serve myself with that need. Like when I started to cook, my need was I wanted to help my mom and my aunt out in the house because my life was consisted of for a period of time of getting kicked out from one house to the other, from my aunts to my mom's, back and forth, and I wanted to at least do my part. I wasn't working that much, so it was hard for a young kid to work. So I figured, let me help out in the kitchen. I will clean the house, whatever, but I want to cook too. And I always watched my family cooking, so I took that on. But haircutting was one of those things too. I said, I'm tired of giving somebody else money when it's something that I could probably do for myself. Let me try it. And then years passed by, and I did it. So I mean, that was my way. What got you into cutting hair?
Well, it was pretty much the same story. I wanted haircuts when I wanted them.
Exactly.
More or less than when we can afford them.
Absolutely.
And I started around the same age, 12, 13, cutting everybody, in the neighborhood, in the backyard, in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Even the barbershop that used to be right on Norton and Goodman. I used to get my hair cut there, and I always was fascinated with cutting hair, and I would always watch them. And it was called Trippy's Barbershop on
Norton and Goodman.
Norton and Goodman. There's an Eckerd's there now.
Yeah. Oh no, that used to be you're talking about it was close to the street.
Yeah, it was real close to the street.
And no, before that it was called something. I used to go there to get my mom used to go. There was a salon.
No, next to it was the salon.
Well, okay, it was a big salon. It was a big building. I forget what they were called.
I think it was called Modern Trend, maybe.
Modern Trend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she went way back. My mom used to go get her hair done, so she would take me and my brother get our. I mean, we were kids. We were little kids. And and then they got bought out. I mean, where Eckerd is at right now, the building used to be like there was a street, a sidewalk, and then the building. It was long and was just that close. And I knocked all that down and made it into a pharmacy.
So,
Yes. Yep.
so you used to go there.
He
and
went
get
way
your
back.
haircut?
Oh yeah. And then I really wasn't taking it serious as a profession until I had moved to Texas. And when I moved to Texas, I went and I got a haircut, and I didn't like the way the haircut came out. And I went again to another barbershop that was supposed to be the hood shop that could fade, and they didn't do it right. And so I decided that if anybody was going to mess me up, it was going to be me. It was going to be me.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
And I didn't really take it really even serious.
Did you start on yourself like I did?
Yeah,
With
of
the
course,
mirror and
of
everything?
course. I would get one of those stand-up mirrors and put it
Yeah.
on the counter, so I was able to look at the back and cut my hair.
Not me. I had a hand mirror.
You need both hands, one to brush, one to cut.
See, your hair is different than mine.
Well, I have
Yours is thick. Well, not now. Not now. No, my hair is thinner. It's like Chinese hair. Yours is a little more thicker.
Yeah.
I never had to brush it. My hair, my thing was this. And I got tired of that. I took my time down from an hour down to 45 minutes, down to half an hour. That's probably my record-breaking time because I would fade myself up completely. People ask me, "Who cut your hair? Where'd you go?" No,
Yeah,
me.
that's exactly where I started getting a following, because when I was living out there, people would come and ask me, who cut your hair, and then I started cutting hair for money, and I would cut hair for $5 after I got out of work, and when I moved back, Jason has just opened up a barbershop, and I got a job there.
Wait, not Silk.
No,
No, Jason.
You know Jason
Black
Silk,
Jason.
right?
Unfadable Jason.
Unfadable.
No, I don't know. Silk? No.
Silk, he had the spot up in Midtown Plaza. They
No.
started the Hair Academy or something like that.
No.
Skinny black dude, cool as hell. Yeah, he's been cutting hair for a long time
But
too.
Jay, when you did Unfadables, because he moved around, so was it the Unfadables as a liquor store now?
Yes,
That
the
one.
original Unfadable.
Original
The original
Unfadables.
Unfadables. And
What street was this?
Lyle Avenue.
Oh.
Lara right now, right? Well, it's a
Lyle.
liquor store now. It's right
Yeah, it's
before
a
the
liquor
jump
store.
off.
Oh, okay. I know where
It's a
that.
Chinese restaurant. So you started working there, and how long were you working there?
I worked there for 5 years.
5 years.
Worked there for 5 years. I was his apprentice for 2 years, and then I had gotten my master's license, and I worked for another 3 years.
All right, so when you say apprentice, because at the same time, one thing that we do is not only talk about what got you to the point where you're at, but we also talk about, maybe educating those that might want to follow in those footsteps. So what does that mean, apprentice?
Apprentice means you work under a master barber and his tutelage until you're able to pass the state exam in front of an instructor,
Okay.
and they let you know if you pass or fail.
So this is a New York State requirement.
New York State requirement.
And when
Yes,
you
yes.
when you do that, if I'm not mistaken, it's not just the clippers, it's the scissors too.
Oh yeah.
It's everything.
No,
Yeah, it's everything.
Under a microscope, you're looking
Yeah,
at,
yeah.
make sure everything is in the correct order, and that you're following all the steps needed, to be a barber.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, it's serious, because when you look at barbering, people don't look at, barbering, I mean, when you look at how many diseases could be spread.
Oh, yeah.
Through,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you cut my hair, and, when you're messing with the blade, I mean, one little nick And if those blades are not clean or those things are not properly, that could end up being some serious
Well,
stuff.
not for nothing. I think that's why they don't allow the brush.
The duster?
They don't allow that
they don't allow that,
to clean you off.
Nope.
They don't allow
There's a
that
few
because
things,
it's impossible to clean, and you can have all types of germs on there. So they don't. So what I seen people do was take napkins and fold them into a fan, paper towels into a fan, and that's how they clean.
Oh yeah.
So you did your apprenticeship for what, 5 years?
For 2 years.
Oh, for 2 years. Okay, but you worked there for 5 years.
I worked there for 5 years.
So you basically, so then after the 2 years, you were a barber, licensed barber. So in a sense, you owned your own business.
What made you want to stay though at that time though? You're a master barber.
From the
For the time you got your master barber. I mean, other people probably would have took off and you said, well, I'm a master barber now. I'm going to either start my business or go somewhere where they're going to pay me more. What made you stay there and continue on? Was it loyalty or?
No, it was more or less that, even though I was a master barber, even today, I still am learning things every day, Maybe financially I wasn't making as much money as, I would have liked at the time, and I was still building up my clientele. I was, basically helping Jay out because he had opened up another shop. So, I mean, I was there, and you get comfortable in a place as far as, you get used to it, the people. And starting off a business of your own is scary.
Because you got your clientele, and then sometimes you don't know if they're loyal to you, or loyal to the owner, or loyal to the place, or it's convenient
Sometimes
for the place.
It's a convenience.
It's a convenience. It's right there for me.
It's what you know. It's what you know.
Because you took kind of a recently. In my opinion, I think you took a big risk moving a little bit outside of the norm.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, he went out that way. I'm like, you might as well go out to Spencerport or something,
And maybe that's the next plan.
Yeah. But I mean, if he has that much of a following, that's amazing,
Yeah, absolutely. And then as far as, so you go ahead, you work with Jason for those 5 years, and then you open up your first shop. So when you open up your first shop, what was that experience like? Well, first of all, even beyond that, like, what did it take to open up your first shop?
Yeah.
It can't just be like, oh, I know how to cut hair now.
What made you do it? How did you do it? And the pros and cons, all the things you went through.
We'll start with what made me do it is my brother had started working with me in the barbershop. He had got his apprentice license, and as two people, it's easier to do something than just one.
I agree.
Then I sat down and figured out how much money I paid in rent to Jason.
Yeah.
And it was an obscene amount of money. So we decided that we were going to open up a barbershop in the neighborhood that we lived in, that we grew up in. So we found a spot, and that was the first spot on Portland and Mohawk.
Yep.
And we opened up that spot, and it was scary. It was definitely scary. It was scary that, because we both had families, we both had kids, and I can remember the first week I made $35.
Wow.
But I knew that if I persevered and pushed on, that it would pay off.
Yeah.
Because it's been paying off for me all these years.
Yeah.
But I give a shout out to Jay. He definitely taught me a lot. But he was a good barber, a good
He's still
teacher.
around?
Yeah.
Jay was one of mine.
Yeah.
Jay, honestly, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jay was the first barber that I had in Rochester when he used to be over with what was the dude's name that he used to work for? Shane.
Yep.
When they used to be over by closer to
Saratoga. Yep.
Closer to Saratoga.
What was that barbershop called?
It was I
It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. It was
I remember because I was living on Parkway. I was living on Parkway.
Headhunters.
It was original Headhunters.
Headhunters, yeah.
I was at living on Parkway in Lyle.
Oh my
And I
gosh, you're
just
going back to
moved-
91,
we're going-
92.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going back far.
And I needed to get my hair cut, and I walked up in there, and I remember the first one that I went to was Shane.
Yep.
And I'm like, I need a haircut, who can cut my hair? And Shane looked at me and said, I don't cut Puerto Rican hair. And I looked at him, and I'm like, what's Puerto Rican hair? I'm like, what are you
I thought you
talking
were a
about?
barber.
I'm like, I'm from New York, and last time I checked, we all get our haircuts at the same spot. And Jay was like, come on, I'll take care of you. And Jay went ahead and cut my hair. From that day on, I stood with Jay for years. But that's one thing, and that's one thing I think that you could probably see in your clientele is that people don't like to experiment with barbers.
No.
They don't like, I know me personally, you're my barber, Mike, who you know, Mike Dorothy, which is, shouts out to Mike, ill barber as well. But I've literally, in the last probably 20 years that I've been living here, have had maybe 4 barbers. 4. That's it.
People that get their haircuts
That's it.
are very very particular about how they get their hair done.
So-
Hence
some-
the reason
some-
why you and
some,
I.
Some people are, and some people
Just don't care.
are. Yeah, they just want to be in and out, and they really don't put too much stock in how their hair looks.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
See,
yeah.
I mean, I'm always scared. That's why I just, you know what? It's me, and if I'm gonna, like you said, if I'm gonna mess it up, it's gonna be mine, you know. But I mean, I've always figured that, like you always go to the same barber. If you get someone that you like that's gonna do your hair right, because you care about your appearance, you're gonna stick with that same person, no doubt. That's what I'm saying. The people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, they do that. They go to the same barber all the time, no matter
yeah.
what.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're comfortable and they know what to expect.
It's loyalty. So,
Yeah.
so you have your license, right? You have your master barber license. So do you need any other licenses to open up the barber shop, or is it just like regular business, DBA?
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it may
yeah.
be?
You need your DBA, you need your business permit, you need a shop license,
Okay.
which is different
Which
than
is
your
bigger
barber's
than your
license.
barber-
Well, it looks exactly the same, but it's just saying you don't have to have a barber's license to have a shop license. You just
Okay.
have to have a master barber working with you.
Okay.
Well,
Business permit?
No, business permit and shop license are two.
But I'm saying you
different
need a
things.
business permit, yeah.
permit, yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah.
That was my inspector hat talking.
Yeah.
My
But
bad, my
now
bad.
it's not only with the business permit, you gotta have, you get a choice to sign the good neighbor agreement too, which is, you're responsible for keeping your establishment clean, that, if you see anything funny happen around the neighborhood, that you would step in, or, to take the proper,
Which
steps to,
I think that's good.
yeah,
right?
it is good. It is
You
good.
deal with Daisy on that?
No, Daisy is, I think, on the other side of the city.
No, Daisy. Well,
No,
I know
I'm over, where I gotta go is right here.
Oh, but I'm talking about like Portland area.
The Portland area, yeah.
That was her, yeah.
Yeah, the next station over
Because
there.
before they only had two sides. When I was, with Albert's mom, she does business development and all that, neighborhood business development, and they help you out, start your business association if you want, and help you get facades done, whatever. I mean, I've been on pounding the pavement with her and making sure we get the word out and stuff, helping her out and stuff. But I know back then was only a west side and the east side person. When I hear now they have 4 or more now, different quadrants and stuff. So
But
it's
I
cool.
think that's good though, and I think that's important because just like the corner stores, barbershops, not to minimize or take away from what you do, but they've been notorious for fronts for other things. So
Oh
now,
yeah, for
now
sure,
at the
for
city,
sure. And there's a stigma with that,
Well, and I think that's not only. I think it's anything that's minority owned, unfortunately,
Well, you're right,
in
you're
the
right,
city,
yeah.
because I owned a record store for many years, and it was the same thing. I used to have police come up in there. What are you doing? What do you mean I'm doing? What
I'm
am I
working
doing?
over here.
I'm working. How
Did
can
you
I
get
help
pushed
you?
back when you were
But-
trying to open up your spots?
No. As
Like,
long as
especially
as
where
long-
you're at right now, did you get like neighborhoods, people in the residents?
No. I joined the North Whitton Village Association when I got there. They have meetings every week that let you know what's going on in the community.
That's how you get over.
You know?
I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time, get part of your
you
neighborhood
gotta know-
business
you gotta know
association.
everybody in the
If there
neighborhood,
isn't one, find a way to start one.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, I'm speaking from experience, not from a business owner, but from someone that's helped create 2 or 3 of them on my own, along with Daisy and along with 1462 when I worked over there. They are so beneficial. They help you out so many. You feel like a team, and when you go to voice your concerns, your local councilman or woman, they listen to you because you're in numbers. And now you're also business numbers. They have to listen to you.
Oh yeah.
They have to
Because
listen to you.
if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're helping the community.
Absolutely.
You're not an eyesore, or they don't know what you're doing in there, or whatnot.
And one thing I got to say about your barbershop, in comparison to other barbershops that I've been to, is
Ain't nobody hanging out like that?
You have a nice establishment. It's well kept. You have the lounge, which is cool because it provides enough room for everybody to be able to sit down. And the location is actually a good location.
I think it is.
Yeah. Oh,
just
yeah.
because of where it's at. So you're doing this. So now that you've gotten there, and that's one thing I think that all of us, we get to a certain point where we're like, all right, we're good, we did this. Now, what's the next step for the Cut Factory? Like, where do you envision it 5 years from now? Where do you envision it, 10 years from now?
Short-term and long-term goals. What do you see yourself? Not for nothing. You still own part of the other one, right? Or whatever.
barbershops.
Yeah, you got 2 barbershops under you. What is your short-term? Do you want to do more? And what is your long-term goal? Is barbershop cutting? Is barbershop owning or cutting hair part of your long-term plan? Because you're still young.
Oh yeah.
You're still young.
Short term is just because I'm still only a year and some change into this barbershop. I just filled up all my chairs, so now The short term is just trying to get it going where everybody's starting to make money.
That
you know?
wasn't easy too. I
No,
remember.
it was not easy.
Because I know your one man left to Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Jose,
Jose,
yeah.
Jose, you watching
Jose,
right now?
yeah.
Love you, brother. You better be watching.
For free.
You
No
know,
charge.
Yeah, that was tough. He was the first one I hired over there, and you know, you of course you're with somebody a lot more than you're with your family. You know, working in a barbershop,
yeah.
especially when you're grinding it out. And you know, it was hard to find people that or had the same vision or same passion that are willing to grind it out when it's slow. You know, and right now I got some good guys working with me, and the short-term goal would be that everybody makes money, because if everybody's making money, everybody's happy.
Oh, yeah,
the shop is popping, that you get more noticed more, and everything starts coming a little easier. Especially for me, because I've been grinding it for a couple of years, and I use the phrase I make everybody look good for what they're doing, but I'm always in the shop.
And we joke about it all the time. When
yeah.
you're cutting me up, you're like, what you doing tonight? I'm going to the concert. You going? Nah, I gotta cut the next one.
Yeah, I'm going to
For the
sleep,
concert. It's like,
You're busy making everybody look good and go, wow.
Yeah, it's like the mechanic
By the
never
time
fixes
you're
his own
done,
car.
you can you got your hands are like this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Your body's so
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I know, man. I know I cut hair not as much as you, but I have years under me, and I remember that stuff, man. The hands vibrating, you still feel the pulsation in your hands,
yeah.
and like it gets you after
when
a
you
while.
wake up in the morning, them hands are stiff. You don't never want to be the first head of the day or the last head.
Yeah.
Because
Good to
you're
know,
just
thank
breaking
you.
it in.
No, I know. Never the first.
But
and
but-
the last is all right, but yeah.
yeah, but for right now, I'm just trying to brand the barbershop, brand myself. I just applied for the second season of Cedric the Entertainer's
Yeah, what you were telling me about that.
Barber Battle. Hopefully that works out. Just trying to push it as far as I can.
Okay, stop right there. Fill me in.
You have no idea what
I
that
know
is?
nothing about this. I don't have cable. I have internet. I don't cable satellite.
It's on the
I have
internet.
internet. I
I got
download
it,
everything that I see and I have interest of. So I know nothing about this.
He's got a barber battle show on the WB or
How long has it been
CW.
around?
It's just starting this month, the first season of it, and
How'd you hear of it?
a commercial.
A local commercial?
Yeah,
Where the hell am I at?
you don't have cable.
Yeah.
My bad.
They don't show commercials on cable.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that.
Good luck to you. What
Thanks, I appreciate it.
What did you say about luck?
What? Love is preparation meeting opportunity. So if
Yeah.
you're prepared, opportunity presents itself.
That's
and
right.
you're good.
So go in
So-
there and kick ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's what it's all about, man. Because I think it's about pushing forward during the adversity. Like you said, there could have been many times where you gave up. You could have taken the
No,
safe
and
route,
we
9 to
we
5.
could talk about that.
Yeah.
I've been doing it a long time, and you get sucked into the grind. Of years of doing it, and you in a way you kind of lose passion for it. Whether it be you're just tired of it, whether you're tired of the atmosphere, tired of the other people that you work with, because sometimes.
Well, it's funny he's saying that. Let me ask you the question: do you continue doing this now because you got to a point in your life like, you know what, I can't stop and do something different?
No,
now.
not at all.
I'm too old to even stop and begin a new career. Should I continue? I'm just going to continue riding this out because
No,
money's
not,
money,
not
and
at
I'm just
all.
dealing with it.
Not at all. I had there was some I wouldn't say traumatic times, but you know what things that happen, and I was real stuck, like I said, stuck in the grind of it, and I didn't have the passion that I once had for it, and I just woke up one day and I said, you know what, I'm gonna open this other shop, and I'm gonna push this as far as I could push it. Instead of just doing the same thing every day. And, I just had a different, when I opened up the new shop, I just had a different, motivation for doing it.
What does it take, how should I say, capital-wise? What would it take for someone to start a barbershop?
It all depends on.
Yeah, it all depends on how nice you want to make it.
No, yeah, it all
Could
depends.
I'm not talking about fish tanks and all that stuff.
Fish tanks in the floors.
Yeah, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm not talking about hydraulic
It's like
pump, air barber seats and flippable mirrors. I'm not talking
But
about
you
that.
see that here with no budget. We have a guy in a blazer serving us taquitos. So I mean, you could quite possibly, at least be able to get some scantily clad women walking around, dusting people off.
Get some trim.
Yeah, get a nice little trim.
And I'm talking about bare bones. I'm talking about bare bones.
Bare bones.
Bare bones.
Bare bones. You could probably do it for around $1,500, $2,000.
So you
Okay.
figure
You
what,
know,
first month's rent?
Your first month's rent.
chairs,
you can buy a
mirrors.
couple of shelves from Home Depot or Mr. Seconds.
There you go.
You know, have a salon chair or a used salon chair for $50.
Yeah.
You know, but you know we all start like that.
How do you feel how you set yourself apart from the rest? And who do you see here locally that you're like, you know what, I gotta get like them? Is there someone like that? I'm just saying.
Well, I don't
what
really,
sets you
it's
apart?
hard for me to say that because I don't really spend too much time in.
I know, but you gotta hear this.
Yeah,
You're in that circle. You're in that circle. So listen, man. If I'm in a music circle, I hear about everything that's going on.
Yeah. But you know, I pretty much, you know, I don't. I'm first to say, you know, I cannot hate on anybody that's doing the same thing that I'm doing. You know, for one. For two is, you know, I got so much going on my plate that I have no time to worry
Tony,
about.
I wouldn't
somebody
say
else.
hate, because there's one thing I believe in strongly: is competition is healthy.
Yes.
It's healthy.
But if
So
if they're competing with me,
No
then,
doubt.
you know,
I would like
that's
to
what
be
it
like,
is,
listen,
you know?
what are they doing
I'm not worried about
that I'm
pretty
not
much
doing
anything
that
else.
I can try to get at least 5%
Oh,
more of
okay,
what
I
I'm
got
doing right
one for
now?
you. Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's.
Really?
Yes.
Lady Gentleman, when I've seen their commercials and they have
Yeah, man.
look like they have a real barbershop.
Like, I couldn't get my hair done as a dude at a place called Lady Jane's.
Yeah, but I'm
Well,
not.
it is all
I'm not
dudes,
looking.
right?
I'm not looking at it as a as how good they are cutting
What
hair.
do they
or
do?
by-
It's
Fill
you know,
me in,
it's
'cause
just
I don't go to
the
barbershop.
corporate version of the barbershop.
Yeah, the corporate.
You know-
Oh, that's a chain?
barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like,
they,
national?
you
Yeah.
walk in, they have the flat screen TVs everywhere. They are like the man's dream.
I'm saying, though, are they
When it comes down
national?
to
They're
the-
national.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So, and
But independently owned.
I don't know if they're franchised
Okay,
or corporate or
okay.
not.
yeah, but either way, it's like the Starbucks. When it comes down, you have your regular little coffee
I seen the
shop,
commercials,
and you
dude,
got
but I don't go to
Starbucks.
barbershop.
I would think
Usually,
you
if I
would.
go to a barbershop,
You know,
I'm
that-
going to someone asking for sponsor money.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to put a
yeah.
show on, dude. Let me hit you up. You hit me off. I need $200.
Can I post a flyer in here?
Can I put a flyer? You know, you're good right here. I mean, again, I'm 39. I've been cutting my hair since I was 12, 13. And there is times where I've gone to get my hair cut. Why? Because I got to do something, and my day got so busy, and I got strung up the day before where I couldn't cut my own hair. So I would go to what's my boy's name over here in first class?
Tyson,
No. They
First
used to.
class.
first class.
Yeah,
First class
that's-
is,
not-
that's not different barbershop.
Yeah, you're right. You're
They,
right.
yeah, it used to be right next to to El Pilon. It was Gilbert.
Oh yeah.
Gilbert.
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Gilbert.
Wow.
I had Gilbert cut my hair. I've had Cheeto cut my hair,
He was out of
and I had
town
my
when I had
Dorothy
Gil
cut my hair. But and then what was his name? The guy that went Javier, and that was years ago. And after a while, I used to go to Javier. I'm like, why do I even go to you, dude? You don't even cut my hair the way I want. I feel like an old man, dude. I'm like, no. But it just got to the point where, like, you know what? No, I don't. That's why every time I went back, and I'm telling you, you can count on my two hands the amount of times I've been to a barber in the past 20-something years, for real. And I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. It's probably more on one hand. But I every time I go there, I remind myself of the reason why I don't go there.
Gotcha.
Because I have very little patience when it comes to sitting and waiting to pay someone my money to do something for me. I can't do that. That's like waiting on the phone for Sprint and say, yo, dude, what's going on my phone? When I'm paying you something, $100-something a month, and you won't pick up my call, then you got the another. Y'all like, argue with me. No. I'm paying you.
So let me ask you a question then, because that's a valid point. What do you do differently, or what helps you with your business to take care of your customers? Because I know it's something that you do with me. Is how do you circumvent that so that people are not waiting all day? What can they do? What can an individual
Well,
do?
I mean, you've been in the barbershop, so you know the wait.
Yeah,
the wait is
some
never
people
too
do.
long.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's
you
not.
know,
It's
you
really
know,
not. It's really efficient.
The wait is never too long,
really
and
efficient.
now I have it's not just me. You know,
Yeah.
I have 3 other barbers
Yeah.
that I could delegate, clients to.
Yeah.
You know,
I think appointments. I think
Yeah.
a lot of barbershops I've been seeing more.
well, appointments are difficult because not everybody's good with appointments.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
and
that-
I'm not saying barbers. I'm saying
Clients,
Some-
yes.
some-
I'm gonna be there at 5, show up at 5:30.
You know, I mean, appointments would be nice, and I do set appointments for certain times, and it works. The way my shop works for me, you know,
Gotcha.
it can. I'm pretty fast with it, and my skills are pretty consistent. You know, you get the same haircut every time. You're not gonna say, oh, you did good last week, and you do crappy this week, or I'm pretty consistent with it. I enjoy it. I love it. You know, and I think that comes across in my work.
What is the best part of your job
the best part of my job?
on a daily basis?
on a daily basis is dealing with customers. Is dealing with customers and talking to them. And
Do you get a lot of new customers, or you just get a lot of repeat, or does it go?
No, I mean since I'm in a new neighborhood, I get a lot of new customers now. And I enjoy it.
Because people ask me the same thing with mine. Because I deal in the past, I don't know how many years, my job deals with dealing with people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what house I got to look at, whatever, but I have to deal with people. People ask me, what's the best part of your job? I say, honestly, meeting people.
Yeah.
I love to meet people.
It's
different
customer
personalities.
I love to meet people. You never know who you're going to meet.
No, you never know
and
what you're
going to learn and hear.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I think it comes down to customer service, and I think, if you're a people person,
Yeah.
especially in barbershops, because, we did the play, Macho's Place, which you actually helped with in certain aspects of it, is, there's never, you don't see the same thing twice. It's
No.
always something new. It's always
yep.
ever-changing environment. So real quick, because we're coming close and we're trying to be punctual on our times, you talked about, what you want to do right now. I know you talked to me briefly about some ideas you had to open up something in a grander scale.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
wanna talk
That was a
about- I want you to
long-term
touch-
thing. He didn't talk
Yeah,
about it. I
that's
want to hear that.
I want to touch
What's
on
your
that,
long-term?
and then also touch on the fact where's your legacy, because I also know that
Yeah, you're the little man,
also
man.
cuts here. So those two things, if you could touch on very quickly.
That's got to be special, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Where do you want to know first?
Your bigger goal as far as for this type Lady Jane's type
And it's segue issue.
I definitely would like a franchise chain. That's something that over the years I've been doing. I had the shop in Henrietta. That unfortunately didn't work out as well as I wanted it to, but it was successful. It just the atmosphere and the people I was dealing with weren't a perfect fit for me.
Gotcha.
So I just decided to
Cut your losses.
Yeah, cut my losses as it was, and go back to Portland and to rethink things. I'm really thinking about doing something where we're streaming live all day. Where customers can log in and see what's going on in the shop all day.
Whoa,
Which-
that's different.
And I know a couple of guys that are back here that could probably help you set something like that up. So that's good.
And definitely I have a 5-year goal, and my son comes into play when it comes to that.
And what's up with that? Because your son is what? How old is your son right
My
now?
son is 13.
13 years old.
Yo, he looks
And-
like
Oh,
your
yeah.
ass.
And the thing about it is that he already is pretty nice with the Clippers.
Yeah. he's
When
real
did you
nice.
start teaching him?
I got him his first pair of Clippers when he was 12.
12. Okay,
He was
so
12, but he was
recently-
always he's been in the shop since he was 2 years old.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like what I noticed with him is that when you get new barbers, the nervousness of cutting hair and they're sitting there sweating and all that. He never had that.
Really?
Never had that. He just wants to put customers in the chair and he wants to cut them
He
off.
wants to cut
That's
it.
amazing.
So,
That's
So
amazing.
that's the future. So that could be something down the line that.
Oh no! I mean,
Father and
that's
son
what
right there.
that's what my plan is. That I wouldn't have to go outside of the circle. He could just pass it on to him, and I can move on to something else.
That's what's up.
That's
right.
amazing, dude.
And I think at the end of the day, man, that's what when we titled this show Ownership, it was because of that. Because not only are you providing for yourself and you're persevering and you're surviving in a time where it's difficult, and you're taking chances that the average person won't. Most people are comfortable
Absolutely.
punching the clock
No,
9 to
no,
5, and you don't have that lifestyle. But yet you do it and you continue to do it, and not only that, but now you're passing it along.
Well, it's not
But
about.
it's-
It's not even about the time. It's what you do with it. You know.
Yeah,
can
'cause
choose-
when you own
can
a
choose to
business-
say, oh, I got to get up for work, or the alarm rings, and you're moving to the bathroom. Hop right up, get
Being an
dressed. I
owner,
can't wait to
being
get
an
to
owner
get
of a
to work.
business, you're putting in more work than anybody else.
No, of course.
Because it's
of
your
course.
baby, you gotta make sure
because
it's
you got
successful.
the responsibilities. behind it,
Absolutely.
you know?
People think, oh, you got your own business. Oh, you good. No, I work the hardest in that
No,
bit
oh, yeah.
to make sure that it's
I
successful.
got to make
every
sure
day.
the lights
Yeah,
stay
exactly.
on.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah, the average person goes to work, they don't have to worry about the RG&E bill, they don't have to
No,
worry
no.
about this, they don't have to worry about that.
You're right.
Where you go to work and, RG&E bill today,
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
pay for this. So definitely, I think for any of you out there that are watching, hopefully you'll get some insight as to, what it takes to be a barber or just a businessman in general. And where could they find your shop? What's the exact address?
The exact address is 1943 East Main Street,
Phone number?
775-4273.
Any Facebook or
You
social
can find
media?
me on Facebook at The Cut Factory Barber Studio and Lounge. You can find me on Instagram at Tony Bananas 718, bananas with a Z. You can find me on Twitter at The Cut Factory Barber and Tony Bananas 718.
What do you say to people that are interested in learning? Do you have anything that you can do or what you can recommend?
in my opinion, the best bet is to become an apprentice barber, because in my opinion, 6 months in the barber school to get your license is not preparing you to actually work in a barber shop.
Say that one more time and look at the camera right over there that I'm pointing at. I want you to look at that because this is something that I'm struggling with. And this is something that's part of my play right now.
Now, this is my opinion.
No, but hold on. Your opinion is shared by many people.
Make sure you got a 30-second opinion.
No, hold on, real quick. No, hold on. It's very important because this is very big in America right now. Many people are going to college and paying tens of thousands of dollars to graduate with a degree that they can't find a job for. So don't go to a continental or whatever kind of school, beauty school, to think that you're going to get a job right off the muscle when you could probably do something on your own way. When, again, repeat that and look in that camera and then tell them what they can do on their own. Look over to that one right there.
Work as an apprentice barber, and 6 months is not long enough to be a master barber.
Well, it took you 2 years.
It took me 4 years,
Oh, 4
and
years.
I'm still learning every day.
And even after you were already cutting your hair.
Yeah.
That they're there to hear your problems and serve you something. You serve a haircut, they serve a drink. And
Well, you might
they
have
start
therapist.
talking. Absolutely.
You gotta
That's not
change.
responsible for what they do in their car
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they
exactly.
Yeah. And I wish you but nothing.
I
Nothing
appreciate
but the
that. I appreciate you guys having me
Nothing
on,
but the
and,
best.
And
Can
that's
I give
what
a
it
couple
is.
shots out
And
here?
that's what we do.
Go right
yeah,
ahead, right there.
Old Bully Bulldogs, Blackheart
That's
Cat.
how we do. The community, for the community, and we represent the community all day. So this is just another one of those things that we do. So peace out. We love you.
Wait.
In Rochester, New York, there's something called First Fridays, right?
Like the
And it's an
Hunger
artistic thing. It's in the Hungerford building, and it's also in the.
Village Gate.
Anybody wanted to come down and just talk about whatever?
And just learn about what we do here.
Well, just
Learn
stop
about
by and say hi.
Udicci, say hi. But also, there's going to be a very talented, world-renowned musician by the name of David.
Oh.
And crackers and stuff. And
Hey,
we'll definitely.
but not
my
these,
crackers, I
okay?
mean,
These will not be here. Hold on. Put them up right here. Put yours up right here.
And what we're going to end up doing.
This is the new.
I have one of these, or would you rather eat a cookie? We'll leave that right
Hold on, let me eat this thing real quick.
Coming up, God bless you, good night.
I will eat this thing right now. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, man, it was good.
Always. Come back, we'll finish up.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Damn, talking about damn cookies. How dare you? I got nightmares about shit like that.